Hey guys, today we're going to do a quick overview of how I set up my ARB Simpson lll rooftop tent. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, click the notification bell so you get updates about all my new content that's going to be coming out. And as always, feel free to subscribe. All right, let's get started. All right, so the first thing that we're going to have to do is unvelcro our 3 straps that keep the cover tight on both sides. All right. Then we have a zipper on a drawstring behind this little Velcro flap on the front edge. And we just have to unzip each side of our rooftop tent. It helps if you fold these little corner flaps up, and then we do the middle section, and then just unzip our last side. Lift our little flap, and then we just have to remove the cover. So the easiest way that I've found to remove the cover is to simply climb up on top of the rooftop tent and pull it back. And then I just let it rest over the front of the Jeep. Then we just have these 2 straps at the front of the tent that we need to undo on each side. All right. The other side's done. Okay, now that our cover is off and all the securing Velcro straps are off, you can see that I keep the little awning support rods tucked right in there. I think that's a great place for them. And then we just have to pull out our ladder, make sure it clicks into place, and then we just fold it out. And there we go. Now we just need to put our awning support rods in place and we'll be done. So you'll see that there are little holes in this aluminum extrusion where you insert these metal rods into, and they go in at an angle. If I can get that in there. And then you simply give them a little bend and they hold each corner. All right, the side's done. Okay, 2 on this side. Okay. Okay, and then last we have our 2 supports for our front awning. And now you can basically see why I keep this single bar at the front of my roof rack so I can even get to these things. All right. So the opening of our tent has this bar that slides out on both sides. And the best way I've found to open this and secure it is to climb up, push my back against it, and then twist in opposite directions. All right, and now we're locked in place. So the real tricky part of this tent setup is there's this little rod up here that you have to get into this little pocket. And it's so high up, it can be a little bit of a challenge sometimes. All right. Okay, now we can go inside and finish up. Okay. So you can see, once you're up here, there are these little latches that you can use to secure both doorways. Okay, once we're inside, there's one more support bar that we have to raise up and lock into place. And like the other support bar, I found the best way to go about that is to simply push up against it with my back and then twist these 2 poles into their locking positions. All right. Okay, now that we're up here, you can see that there are a total of 4 bungee cords which snap into these little eyelets in the wall of the tent, and those help suck in the walls of the tent when you're closing it. So we just need to undo those and finish opening up the windows, and we're pretty much good to go. In the back here, there's a mesh panel that we can zip up and then use our ties to put into place. And then there's this solid panel at the back, which you can unzip from each side. And then that will also just roll up into place if you want to have more airflow in your tent. Once again, there are these little ties right here. And you can see we have a nice clear view out. So what I'm going to do is just now undo these little ties on my mesh screen and then zip that back into place so that way bugs can't get in. All right, perfect. Now that it's time to break down camp, we're basically going to do the exact opposite of how we set things up. Pull our rods. So I wasn't actually planning on doing such a quick breakdown, but apparently there's a fire in the area, so this is going to go a little bit quicker than I intended. But that should make for some excitement. All right. Put these latches back on, our little clips rather. Same on this side. Okay, now we tidy up the inside. All right, so we'll simply make sure that our windows are all zipped up. Make sure this zipper is zipped up. And like I was saying, we have these bungees. Whoops. It's hard to do with one hand when you're in a hurry. And you connect them to those eyelets, and then they connect. And you can see that there are 4 in total. And like I said, those just help pull the tent together when you close it. Whoops. Undo our inside bars again and let those fall down into place, and then go ahead and lock them back. Close up our zippers, and once again just unscrew these, push in, and then that's that. So I like to really get these loose ends tucked in. Pull our piece from the sides. All right, should be as easy as pushing up. It's got to push it real good. Okay. So our 6 supports are going to simply go back in this bag. Close them up. And then I like to tuck them right here underneath our mattress. That way they're really easy to get to and I don't have to carry them inside the Jeep. So you can see that our ladder has these two little latches which you pull up and twist, and then the ladder goes right back. The biggest drawback about this tent and the hardest part is simply getting everything tucked in. All the support bars, all the rooftop tent fabric. Basically have to devote a little bit of time to doing that. And then of course we also have to redo our Velcro straps on each side. Okay, now for our last part. We're going to try our best to pull this cover over in one go. I can tell you from experience, it definitely helps manipulating this vinyl on a warm day versus freezing temperatures. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, and then this side. Oh yes, it's about as easy as it goes. I almost forgot, real quick, we have to zip our zipper back up. Always zip your zipper. All right, just have our last 3 Velcro straps to put on. And we're good to go. All right, guys. Had a great time camping out here in the forest. If you like this video, help me out with YouTube's algorithm. Go ahead and give this video a like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can get updates about all the new content that I'm putting out. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. You guys take it easy.